I know it's difficult. I know it's really hard. Okay? But you can make it. There are others who have made it. You can also do it. Okay? Just sacrifice a few years, 1 to 3 years, and after that you graduate, and the government will give you up to 5 years to change your status, to work unlimited hours. Hello, how are you doing? Barnabas here. I hope you're doing well. Nice to see you, and I hope you're enjoying your Easter holidays. I'm just coming from church, and it's a good time to rest and reflect what Easter means. Lots of people have requested me to talk about this. This is the question they're asking. How many hours am I allowed to work as a student to be able to pay for my school fees? I'm just going to talk about that, and I'm also going to talk about the situation around that question. You know, I used to hear people say that they went to the US, settled there as students, and never attended classes. I don't know whether that's true or not in the US. That could happen. But in Australia, that can never happen. The university system here can track you and know whether you're attending classes or not. So here the government gives students only 48 hours a fortnight to work. Out of the possible 80 hours of work, students are only allowed to work 48 hours. Actually, it used to be 40 hours a fortnight, but that was increased to 48 hours a fortnight. So that's the only hours allowed for students to work. So you can pay your school fees and your upkeep as you attend classes. But having said that, people still find a way of beating the system. But what I must say, it's a dangerous venture to do, because you can end up losing your visa and be taken back home, and will end your studies just like that. So please, when you come here to study, just focus on your studies. Make sure you work within the limit and pay your school fees. The reason why it's very easy to track people here is just with a single ID issued by the government, they're able to track everything about you. They're able to track the number of hours you work for your employers because you're paying tax. And so unless you're working and colluding with your employer or you're paid cash, it is really, really difficult to hide the number of hours you're working as a student. So please be careful when you start doing things like this, because you might end up losing your visa and you're being sent home just like that. Why do students end up in this kind of situation? You might ask yourself. I just want to share with you a couple of reasons, and then I'll give you my advice at the end. The first reason could be because they want to repay loans. Some of them took loans to be able to pay the school fees back from home, and so they're under pressure to do that. They're under pressure to pay that. The second reason could be just information. You know, while they're still overseas and are planning to come, they hear of students who have come here and have made it fast, do 1, 3, 2, 3 jobs, and they're making it quickly. So they're under pressure to do the same. Also, when you come here and you find other students who've probably been here 2, 3 years, or others have even proceeded doing masters and a second degree, or have been here longer, they look like they're doing much better. They have houses now, they're living in houses, not shared accommodation. They are having big cars and driving well, and they're doing big things. So you come here and you've just come and you feel a bit of pressure. And lastly, and I think this is one key reason why people or students go through this, is pressure from home. When students come and go overseas for studies, people back at home don't understand all these factors. They don't understand that you have a huge amount of fees to pay within just limited time of work. And you also have your own challenges. You have also to keep yourself here. You have to feed yourself. You have to pay rent and all these things. And the study, the pressure of having to go to classes to study, they don't understand. Most of them don't understand. They just know that when you go overseas, there's lots of job, you're paid in dollars, and you need to send money home. And so many people just because they want to, to help us, or to keep that relationship, or just to be able to please people back at home, they end up killing themselves. They have to work, look for ways to work and beat the system just to keep up. Please, 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 you do not have to kill yourself. There are people who have made it as students and they have even changed status. They are permanent residents, they are citizens here. They made it. How did they make it? Okay, you do not have to kill yourself. So what did they do? I'm just going to give you a few advice from my experience, or from experience of other students who have made it, and then we will be done today. Number one is, please, when you come here, focus on your studies. You came here as a student and that's a visa you're on. Please, studying and passing your exams is key to you being successful here. So please focus on your studies. The second is minimize the cost of living, minimize the cost of rent, food and all this stuff. Let a huge amount of money be channeled towards paying your school fees. Okay? Instead of renting a house, look for shared accommodation, for example. If you're alone, okay? Channel your amount of money to the fees and survive for those 1 to 3 years. Sacrifice those few years of being a student, sacrifice them to study, and just work within the hours you're able to and pay your school fees. Seek counsel from the right people. Seek counsel from students who have made it, who have made it and even changed their status. For example, I can give you a few advice, but I cannot give you detailed advice in terms of being a student because I didn't come here as a student. So look for the right kind of counsel. There are people who can lead you astray. They don't care about your well-being. Please seek for counsel in the right people. Go to students who have made it. Go to students who are currently working and paying school fees. Tell them to give you details of how to do it. And lastly, for the people at home, this is my advice to you. Please, students who are here are really going through a difficult time. Paying school fees here and living here is not a joke. I am talking like this and I'm here. I see students, I salute them. I see students who are working and paying school fees and still making it, passing their exams. I salute them because I know it is not easy. I am right here in Australia. So I can tell you, those who are back at home, siblings, friends who are putting a lot of pressure on students, please stop it. Stop it. Okay? They might not be able to say, but I can speak for them. Students are not going through easy times. So if they tell you they don't have money, please don't think they don't want to help you. They are really going through a very difficult time to be able to pay school. Some of them even pay for the loans that they took to pay school fees and still paying for the current fees. How much, can you ask from someone? Back to my beloved students. I know it's difficult. I know it's really hard. Okay? But you can make it. There are others who have made it. You can also do it. Okay? Just sacrifice a few years, 1 to 3 years, and after that you graduate, and the government will give you up to 5 years to change your status, to work unlimited hours. At that time you can work even 100 hours a fortnight. No one cares. But for now, sacrifice, pay your school fees, and make it. Others have done it. You can also do it. Please, please do not sacrifice your life for a bowl of soup. You remember the person who sold his birthright for a bowl of soup? He wanted a quick fix. Please do not concentrate on the now, but sacrifice, study, graduate, and then you can enjoy. Okay, that's all I had for you today. Till next time, my name is Barnabas, the son of encouragement. Continue to enjoy your Easters, guys. Love you and see you in the next video. Bye-bye.